Hey guys, I want to talk to you about something I found really interesting the other day. I was listening to a speech that Arnold Schwarzenegger was giving just about his life experience and some things that he's been through. And something really struck me about one of the things he talked about, this is the part I want to share with you guys. But he was basically describing the evolution of his life and all the things he'd done, where he started out as a bodybuilder and he evolved into acting, and then he became like the governor of California, and he'd done all these really amazing things over the course of his life. But he wrapped that all up and summed it up in the sense of saying, like, well, every single one of those things that I did, it was for me. It was for me to build myself up and feel good about myself, and prove to myself I could do all these sorts of things. And he's like, those were all wonderful, amazing things, but you get out the other side of that sort of like me mentality, where everything when you're a young person in this world is all about you and building up your own life and doing your own things. But then I believe that every single one of us will get to the point at some juncture in life. Usually it comes along, I would say midway through your life and onward at some point for most humans, where you transition from like I said, this me attitude to like he was putting it in his words, like the we attitude. Like how can I take care of, like, not just me, but take care of the we in the world, right? Take care of other people around me. How can I help other people in the world around me? And it's like, I think every single one of us is going to go through something like this, where like you're going to check all these boxes that you want to check, and then you're going to be like sitting there thinking about like, well, now what comes next? Like, what can I conquer next? What can I do next? And this is just the part where maybe you hear this message today and you put this in your back pocket and you remember this like years down the road as you go through life. But at some juncture, when you get to that point, I just encourage you guys to think about, what are those things that you've been gifted in this world? How can you help the world around you? How can you help people around you be better? How can you help the world be a better place? Like, what do you have to share? It just, that I think is kind of like the mastery level stuff in life, is when you graduate, like I said, out of that me type of way of living your life to like, well, now I've got enough for me. I've done some cool things for me, but like I want to make those around me better. And this is just some small food for thought. I want you guys to think critically and to take stock of your lives and just see where you're at with your things. I mean, there's no one size fits all for this sort of concept or this sort of notion or this sort of idea to float by you guys, but just keep that in the back of your mind as you move along. I mean, like you're going to get to this point. Every single one of us will, I believe, we'll get to that juncture where you're going to want to leave something on the world. You're going to want to leave the world a better, greater place. And I just want to put it out there for you to start thinking about, like, well, what are those things that I could be doing? Maybe even right now, right? But like maybe in a year from now, or maybe like when I hit, my 40s or my 50s or whatever it is, what are those things that you want to do to help this world out a little bit? I think this is just part of the evolution of our lives on this planet here. This is just something, like I said, that every single one of us is going to go through some measure of this. But I just wanted to share that little message with you guys today and get you to think about that a little bit. Okay. All right, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Talk to you all soon.